Today, Xbox releases their games with gold, and the E3 leak tells us what we already know. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So there is a few things to go over today. Let's just start off with some free to play games with gold for the month of May. Armella, a grim fairy tale board game, comes to life, and the swashbuckling adventure brings together the deep tactics of a card game and the rich strategy of a tabletop game, all combined into a character building RPG. As a hero, you will wage epic battles, explore vast kingdoms, and cast spells to vanquish monsters, all with the ultimate goal of becoming the next king or queen of Armella.
Once upon a time, on a fatal night, someone crept into a mysterious cave. With the help of magic and a stable internet connection, that someone contacted the tech-savvy evil dungeon lord.
In Dungeons 3, you will help the Dungeon Lord succeed in conquest in this dungeon building real-time strategy game. Hit the front lines under the guidance of his chief lieutenant, the Dark Elf Dalia, and command the most terrifying army the world has ever seen. Choose among orcs, zombies, and many more, and use every trick in the book to take down the do-gooders of the other world once and for all.
A short time later, the deed was done. The persuasive evil had won her over to its side and its dark deeds. She took her place as the expansion planning evil's right hand.
Justice League members, Mayday. We have a code red security breach on the watchtower. Calling all Justice League members, Mayday.
He is vengeance, he is the knight, he is Lego Batman. Bold, drive, swing and fight your way through Gotham as the Cape Crusader and his sidekick Robin, and in the gameplay twist, play as the villain in the story and help their nefarious plans to take over the city.
You sure took your time.
Sorry, the waiter took a while to bring the check.
In Tropica 4, you play as El Presidente, the ruler of your small island nation, and it is your job to gain support of the people, negotiate with foreign superpowers, and even deal with any natural disaster which threatens your country. Test your political mettle and remember that everyone has an agenda, so while it is good to keep your friends close, it is even better to keep your enemies closer. So those are the games for May that will be free to play with gold. Now let's move on to some more gaming news, this time some games that could be announced at this year's E3. Now when I saw this leak, I was not sure whether I should cover it or not, because this just confirms what we already know, but here it is. In the Microsoft Bethesda thread in the Reset Era forum, a Microsoft insider might have revealed some interesting info about the company's press conference during this year's E3 digital showcase. According to the insider, not only will we see Halo Infinite and Age of Empire 4 be shown off, but Bethesda Starfield and the next entry into Forza Horizon series, Forza Horizon 4, are also set to make an appearance during the event. Now I think that most of us already knew that this would be the game showcased. I was as shocked by this as I would be if Apple announced an event and an insider said that a new iPhone would be revealed. Yeah, we know. They do that every single year, but be that as it may, those are still very big titles for Xbox, and I am excited for each and every one of them. Forza Horizon is the best racing game out there in my opinion, and it has been a staple and a reliable exclusive for Xbox for many years, and I am excited to see what they will be doing next with the franchise. We have seen a bunch of leaks and speculation and rumors already about the location of the next Forza, so clearly people are very hyped, and hopefully we will get some sort of trailer at E3 that will provide us with some more detail and insight. And then they also mentioned Halo Infinite. Now I think out of all the games mentioned, Halo is probably the most obvious. We have been getting a bunch of information about Halo Infinite from 343 every month, but I think it is at this E3 that we will finally be getting some new trailers showing off just how good the game really looks, and I would not be surprised if they even show off some gameplay. Honestly, I expect them to show off some gameplay. In fact, I would be a little bit disappointed if we didn't see any. This game is very close to being done, so I do expect something great from this title at E3. And then we also have Starfield, which is most likely going to be the star of the show, no pun intended. People have been super hyped about this title for a while now. Although we still don't have too much detail about the game, E3 could be the perfect opportunity to really build some hype around this game. I just hope that Xbox actually show us some gameplay and not just a trailer, which unfortunately they do have a habit of doing. Now there is actually quite a bit of news and rumors around Starfield, especially when it comes to the release date of the game. Yesterday, Twitter user Matty pointed out that a copyright has been filed for Starfield in 2021, and as pointed out by the same insider who released the E3 schedule, the year in which the copyright notice is the year in which the game is usually, so there is a very big possibility that we would not only be getting a trailer and some gameplay at E3, but also an actual release date. And if Xbox can manage to release Starfield and Halo in the same year, that would be massive for them. But that pretty much sums up all the information that we have at the moment. I do think we will be getting a few more surprises. Xbox will probably have some sort of segment for Xbox Game Pass, and maybe even a few surprises when it comes to what is next for the service. Rumors have been going wild that Ubisoft Plus could be going to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and if there was ever a time to announce that, it would be at this year's E3. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.